Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of part two. This is a live video of a review of the USTECH 6-tier overdoor pantry organizer kind of a thing. It's a rack you hang over your door of your pantry. And my live stream just came on my TV. So I wanted to do this live because this just arrived by Amazon today and it it's all taped up. The box is all gashed up, and I have a bad feeling that this is probably another item that has been returned. The tape at the bottom is cut, and so just really makes me wonder. But we'll open it up and see what's going on here. I was really hoping this would be good. I wanted it over the door of my pantry here, and um, so we'll see how it goes. But that's what it is. That's what it's for. So I'll just set it here and somewhere I should have a knife. Got my trusty old timer knife. Had this since I was a little kid. Great knife. It says old, there it is, old timer right there. Great knife. It's got 3 blades. I use this one a lot for just cutting open a box. Seems to be the best. And my dad used to buy me these knives. This is not the only one I have had since I was a kid. I actually have probably about 5 of them that I have today that were all replacements that I got every time I'd lose one. My dad, believe it or not, my dad used to make me carry this to school, which wouldn't happen today. So, see what we got here. Well, things things are sort of wrapped. Some parts, these pieces are sealed. These pieces are not. So, sus, a little suspicious. These pieces are not. And then we got the main section of the deal here. Whoa, there's some parts. Thus far, okay, there's some directions down there. So we got some, these, not sure what these are, but I'm using my computer today. So I wanted to do kind of a fairly quick, want to do a fairly quick video so I can just get this done and get this thing, either get it in use or return it. This I ordered from Amazon. I searched over the door storage, pantry storage, things like that. I have another one, another laundry room, the little door right there that I would like one that only comes down to here. And now that I saw some pictures in the reviews for this, I have a feeling this is maybe only coming down to here. I thought it was full length. I had some of these before in my old house that they came way down almost to the, not quite to the bottom, but they came down like pretty far. They weren't just to like you can, the door handle's right here. So um, for that other door, I want it like yeah, just above the door handle. So if this one turns out to be that, it's probably going to go to the laundry room, and then I'll get something something else here that's bigger. I would have preferred white frame like these, but this was on sale for 19.97 on Amazon. It's now back to its regular price at 29, which is a lot less than even like Walmart has some of these. IKEA, a lot of places have these, and they're a lot more expensive. So we'll just see what we got here. It says assembly procedure. So we got, these are the A's and the B's. There's long and short pieces. And then we got C's are little pieces. Must connect the, let's see, we got 2 long, 4 short, and 4 of these little things. And then we've got apparently small and large. So we got 4, looks like the upper ones generally are the 4 large racks or shelves, and then the two of the bigger ones must be for the bottom. The other thing that I did like about this one, and it seemed to be the only one on Amazon that had a adjustable shelves. So it looks like within these pieces, there's multiple notches that you can put the shelves into. So that was appealing because in part the door handle, and then the other thing is my shelves. I measured from the edge of the shelf basically to the stop piece. I don't know what you call this, but in the door frame. I'm trying to think of what that was called, but within the door frame, there's a piece where the door stops, right? It won't go any deeper. So from the shelf, from the edge of the shelf to that is about 6.5 inches. So I'm hoping that this will fit in there and not hit the shelf. But my old pantry was a little bit deeper than this, and it was actually a double door, and it had a lot more depth behind in the wall here. There was more space. But this one is it's a pretty good pantry. It's just I just need more space for like Ziploc bags and just probably like lighter weight items like rice and stuff. I'll probably just put on there and then put the heavier stuff on here. And then the other thing this pantry has that no pantry I've ever had has is it goes about 12 feet up in there. It goes way up there. So these ceilings are like I think they're 11 or about 12 feet. And so it goes all the way up inside. I haven't figured out how to utilize that space yet, but I could I could either just put some hooks or something up there to put something on there, but some some utensil or tool or something could hang up in there. But um, otherwise, some containers. I've got a case of Costco. I don't know if you can see it, but right here I have a case of Costco Kleenex up here that probably won't stay there, but I just put it there because I didn't know where else to put it. Anyway, so back to the install. Before install, please choose suitable size over door hook. Okay, so that's another thing I remember about the description on this is it hard to see. Gotta get that at the right angle. So um, one thing they said was this has looks like three different over the door hooks. So you got 35, 45, and 57 millimeters. So what's nice about that is, I don't know what this door is here. I don't know if my Stanley doesn't have um, my Stanley. Oops, I messed that up. Come on, be right there. So we're about an inch and a half, I guess. We can measure this side of the door. Yeah, it's actually just a hair under an inch and a half. So this is all in metric. So I don't know what that is, but it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. So those are these pieces here. So before install, please choose suitable size over door hook, F1, F3. Okay, so let's pick one, I guess. I thought I had scissors right here. Well, I have a knife. Had a knife. Okay, yeah, the knife helped rip open the thing here. We'll switch these to Ziplocs once I'm done, and I'll put the extra parts somewhere in here. So this one here is way too big. Don't know which one that is, but looks like the big one. It's this one here. That looks pretty good. Ooh, still too big. Okay, and let's see, we got some other pieces in there as well. Ooh, here's the smallest one. It'll be too small. Oh, perfect, but it's tight, which might be a problem. What I've done with these on my last house, what I did is I just a little. This is almost too thick, but a little thin piece of cardboard. I just took a strip that fit right in there, and I stuck it in there partly just to not gouge up the door. and just to help it fit tighter. So we got those. We'll figure out which one is the one. Yeah. And then I want this to go fast. So there we go. All right, so we got those set aside, and we got these other pieces must be the connections between the these mainframe pieces. So we'll start with that. Okay. Then it says, before install, please choose suitable size over door hook. So we'll probably use the middle size, but I don't know how they're going to connect. It's, it's funny. They list out all the parts, but they don't they don't tell you the assembly procedure. Well, yes, I kind of do here. So before install, okay, so they kind of list it here, barely. So we got part A. So we got two of these longer main pieces, and then we should have an F, which is going to be one of these over the hook, over the door hooks, and then H is we should have two 12mm screws. Also, they claim there's an Allen wrench in here, which there is, but I have my own, so we may use this. Looks like both. Looks like, yeah, everything uses these Allen wrenches, so we'll try to see what does this Allen wrench look like. It's a six-sided, so I think one of these will work. And this, by the way, if I can find the battery for it, the battery lasts forever on this thing. This is an 8-volt lithium-ion DeWalt screwdriver, and you just go, it go left or right. It's awesome. A lot of professionals, I actually bought this for work, but a lot of professionals I encounter have never seen one of these before, and everybody's like, "Whoa, how's that work?" You know, because you just go left, right. But there's a little button here. There's also a flashlight, so that's pretty cool. So you just the flashlight's really nice because you can ergonomically put it underneath, put the button underneath your fingers here, and then the flashlight's on top. And so you go to screw something in, and you just go, well, screw it in, unscrew it. This thing, it makes instead of trying to go like this with an Allen wrench all day, it's very nice. So now what we got to do is find the bigger 12mm screw, which is going to be in this bag. We'll grab scissors. Much better to have a nice straight edge cut instead of a gouge like I did on the. And then there's 8 little ones, and they also have a little ring. So I just have to find the big screws, which are not jumping out at me. Oh, I see one. I think yeah, that's the big one. There's one. Get the other ones in here. Come on. Eesh. Those are all little. Ah, I see it. I can't get my finger on it. Come on. There we go. All right. So now we got the 2 big screws. And they have a little 6-sided, there, Allen wrench. Now, well, this isn't going to fit in there, is it? Oh, yeah. That fits in there quite nicely. Okay. So now what we have to do I can try. Ooh, now those are going to go through. Here's. Oh, okay, we're going to screw from the back side through. So okay, so we need the two longer frame pieces, which are going to be probably going to be these. Make sure. Okay, so we got four shorts. We got these two longer ones. And we'll now. Okay, there's the hole. So yes. Okay, so what we want is I'm going to try the small one first, because what we're going to do is we're going to screw that in from the, we're going to screw it in from the back side like this, and this, no, gotta think about that for a second. We're going to screw it in. This hook is going to go, okay, so we have to, these are the parts the shells are going to go into there. But around the back side, there's the hole. So these are going to go, this is going to hook on facing away from that. Again, there's the kind of, there's those, but this hook is going to go away from those. And the screw that holds them in place is going to come in from the back, or the basically up against the door. And that's key because, ooh, what does it screw into though? This screw is just loose. So we're missing a piece. And then they are showing a little, like a little cap that goes on the top. So right here, they're showing right there. They're showing a little cap. And I don't see that yet. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so that little cap. I don't think that little cap is, well, I don't think it's going to do any good, but it goes right in there. So I think maybe we do screw right into it. That's crazy if that's true. So, these little guys here, let's see. I don't know. I push it in and it just sits there. There's nothing for it to screw into. Yeah, there's, let's see here. There's nothing for that screw to connect into in there. This doesn't make any sense. But for the sake of fitting, let's just see. I think it will fit. Problem is, it's gonna fit. That screw is gonna make the fit just too tight. So, what are we missing here? It doesn't make any sense. So, it says just there. There. So, got H is the screw, goes into that bracket, over the door hook, into the frame. There's nothing for it to hook into, unless unless one of these baskets. Yeah, so we have the two large baskets. Those go to the bottom. We'll get one of the small baskets out and just see. Oh, those seem like they don't seem like they screw into anything. These look like they'll just, yeah, they'll just, so if you can see there, these just kind of sit. The top piece is a hook, and the bottom piece is just like a straight piece right at my mouth there. So it just goes, just they just once you put them in, which is great, because then if you want to adjust them or take some off at the bottom, like over there or something, that I like the design. And actually, I don't mind the color so much either, because this that kind of contrasts, and my cabinets and some parts of my kitchen are dark, so it's this light versus the dark. That's okay. So, and it's not white, because white, you put stuff on there and then white just shows dirt. So these, I do like this. I just can't figure out how you screw in the doesn't make any sense. H, let's just confirm. Screw H is the longer, there. Screw H is the 12, and screw I is the half size 6mm. So there's no there's no washer or any nut or anything to like screw into. So part of the reason I like to do a video like this live is because of this, but on the other hand, I just hate doing a video that's kind of me lost trying to figure out what the problem is. Because down here, we've got these things, and those smaller screws go through those, so it appears. So, yeah, so they have those little locks, I call them, kind of like a washer, but it's a little lock. That's I and J, and those connect the various longer pieces together, the long and the short frame pieces. But there's no, huh, I'm confused by that. I was thinking, what if you put this piece into there, but it won't, doesn't, but then you have there's that top piece that's supposed to go in there. It won't fit in there. And this won't fit that way either. So, well, let's see, is this the medium sized one here? Yeah. So the medium, we'll try the medium. It's okay to have a little play in there, but we'll just see if that. Yeah, okay, so this hole here is almost like it's punched. Let me think about that now. This has to go that way. Okay, so the hook is going to be going away from the frame, this is going to go up in the door. So I think I see the problem I was having. I figured it out. There's a top and a bottom. So, hmm. Just doesn't get in there very tight. Let's find the Allen wrench. Okay, without losing all the other pieces. Allen wrench. We'll give it a whirl. See if it. Yeah, that's. So the one I have is maybe just a hair too small for that, but it got it in there though. Okay, now we're cooking. So this here will hang over here. It's a little loose, but I will do my old trick. I'll take one of these little pieces of cardboard or the instructions or something. I'll take. But what I like about this one versus the ones I used to have is that these will disassemble for moving. These will disassemble and fit down into a smaller space than this. So, when you're moving, you can take a thing like this, wrap it all up, and shove it into a little corner of a piece of furniture or something while you're doing that. So, okay. So where's the other long one? We need. Here it is. Okay. So we'll get that one put together. Okay. Yeah, this one's interesting. Okay. So it goes. So it goes away. So here's the rack. We'll go into those pieces. So I'm going to screw this in away from that. And come on. There. It's very, there. There we go. All right. Now we just get it in there with this. Ooh, that one went in. That one actually went in like all the way. Tighten it up a little bit. Okay. Here we go. So now we got these two guys. Right. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I put one of the small ones on there. But yeah. What I could do is just bend it out a tiny bit. I wonder if that would, or if I can do that like that. No. So I kind of like that actually. I think I'm going to put the small one on the other side and just give it a tiny little bit of a bend. Here's the little one. Okay. So we'll try that because I would rather it fit snug than loose. Because if it's loose, every time you open that door, it's going to go clink, clink, clink. It's going to make a. Okay, come on, give me my tool back. There we go. Okay, just check it with the Allen wrench, and we're good. Come on. Can't really get the Allen wrench in there. I might have stripped it. Well, it's so tight. I definitely got that in there. So feel like do what I did before was give it a little there. Okay, these are ready now. They are snug. But, yeah, okay, good to go. I like it. I like the fit, and what I'll do is I'll at least take a piece of paper, fold it over a couple times, or a little piece of cardboard or something. Paper bag, that'd probably be a good one. Just kind of cut it to size, make it fit in there. But yeah, this one I bent it. Yeah. I mean, I'm by bending it, I'm like barely maneuvering it. So okay, and yeah, we didn't muck it up too bad. So okay, now these other pieces have to connect. They're going to connect with these little connectors. And there's 4 of those. So we got long and short, A and B. Okay, so thankfully we got 2 long A's and 4 short B's. So there's going to be 2 more sets of the shorter ones. And thankfully they go on the lower. So the I did put these, I connected these to the right part, which I was afraid the long piece would go down where the bigger shells go, and then I screwed it all up. But so far we're good. So we need a J and an I and a J. The J is the little nut, or the little lock is what I call that. The J is the I is the screw, the short screw, and then we're going to take that other piece, which is the C. That's this one. That's the connector. So we'll get these shorties, put one on each side, and then we'll put one more on each side for the lower portion. Okay, so these have the notches for the shelves, and then on the back side they have a hole on each end. So these will connect. There's the shelf unit side, and then take these things, which is unit C, which is these little connectors. So we got to put those in, and then we have to connect the short, and that's all happening on the back side because the shelf pieces are on the other side. So we'll get one of these guys, get one of these little 6mm screws. We'll put them together, trying to get them started in there. Give a little shot with this. Ooh, jeez. Okay, looks good. And then we'll get a shorty attached to the longy like this. We'll do the same thing. Get one more 6mm screw and one more of these little locks. We'll put them, so they're just going to go. Trying to show what I'm doing because it's nothing drives me nuts, haha, more than, oh, okay, we lost a screw. Thankfully it's right here. I don't want to be hunting for one missing piece that I'll find a year from now. Anyway, yeah, nothing drives me more crazy than trying to watch a how-to video when you can't see how to do whatever it is. So, okay. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate every little bit because my setup here is not ideal for that, but the weight of this piece is trying to pull it down, which is causing it not to line up. I'll get it in there. Turn it upside down and use gravity. There. Ha! That worked. So I used the weight of the thing pulling itself down to line that up. Okay. Now, so those two pieces are there. I'm going to just tighten them up with the Allen wrench. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's a little wobbly. Like it's not wobbly. It's just, it wants to pull one way or the other if you let it, but you can also just do what I did and just physically straighten it out. And then once it's hanging on there, I think it's going to be fine. So, and then the shelves will be on there to keep everything in order. Okay, so we could just continue on this one and then move to the next one. So we need one more 6mm screw and one more little lock. I can't think of the right name for these. Oh, sheesh. The little lock nuts or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. The the internal piece is trying to slide all the way down that thing. So there we go. All we have to do is just get it started. Okay. Now we get the next piece on there. Get one more 6mm screw, and it's already got the little thing on it. So half the battle. Trying to hold it all together while trying to get it in there is kind of a pain. So close. There. Like anything, you just want to get it lined up straight. So you're not going to misthread it or anything. Now we can take this guy and let's give it a quick. Come on. Okay. Now we'll just finish it with the supplied Allen wrench. Get it tighter. Pretty tight. Okay. Now we have one piece done. I don't know what the width of all this is going to be, but I'm going to want to avoid the door handle because this door handle moves. If I mentioned my old one, my old pantry, there was nothing on the inside. I don't think. I think it was just a blank. There was a piece here, but it didn't actually turn. It, like all the ones in the house, it was just like a fixed one, and then there was like a little magnet here that would latch to the. I don't remember. No, it was a magnet up here that would latch. So when the door would close, the magnet would hit, and it would lock the door in. So then you just pulled the doors open, which was a pretty nice little system also. Okay, so we'll finish these ones, and then all we have to do is put the shelves on, which I think they just slip right on there, which is pretty nice. And stupidly, somebody like myself put a end cap down here. Duh. Okay, we'll slip an end cap in on the top here. So it's just just goes in there. That's nice. It's actually not really necessary. It just gives it a nice finished appearance. Now we'll grab one of these inserts and another screw. Seems like I have a whole bunch of, I won't say anything. It seems like I have extras, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so what I want to do is get this guy started. That one's easy. Okay, then we'll get another one. Nope, I guess we have the right number of everything. I thought we had extras. It'd be nice, why not throw in a couple extra little, screws that cost a fraction of a cent, but yeah. Okay, so this particular, like this brand, um, didn't seem to have like an excessive number of reviews on Amazon. If they had some, and the people had written that they liked it. I didn't see a lot of negativity. They have a smaller one that I think is only a half, or it's a smaller. I don't, well, this is only half, is what I feel like. So the um, so the the other one I guess is just smaller. But that one, as I recall, there was a little flag on Amazon that said this product is just dropped one. This said something like this product has a high number of returns. So to me, that was a little bit of just a red flag on the. I see it. Amazing. It's down in a dark corner, and I spotted it from with the bright light in my face, no less. So, so yeah, so one of their other products, similar, very similar to this, but I guess a smaller version of it, had a lot of. Seemed like there was a flag about a lot of returns. So sometimes I think that's a red flag for the brand as well. But come on, okay, I'm not getting the screw in there. Right. Well, it looks good. Just gotta get this little piece that I dropped to go back on the screw so I can get it going in there. I just want it straight. Come on. Damn it. All right. It's just, okay, there it goes. It just has to do with it's more the weight of this piece and this piece they're not, it's just hard to get them to go together. But once you get it in there, once you know it's threading in straight, that's good. The last thing you'd want to do is misthread one of these things. It would probably just cause nothing but trouble for forever. So these are my little electric screwdriver is doing a very good job right off the bat here. So okay, now we got one more round. This, I don't have one flat spot to put any of this together. I'm on my island, and it's anyway. We'll try the bottom one first. Come on. Okay. Oh, okay. There's one little lock stuck in the bag. So there we go. The bottom one, when we attach them together, the bottom one is the one that's always trouble because it's the weight of this upper piece has all the weight on it now. So okay, actually just go ahead and do this one. There we go. Get it all done, and then hopefully this. Now I think, until I'm proven otherwise, I think the the shelves or the racks here, I think they're just going to go on real quick once we get this. That's my hope. It's hot in here. So it's very hot and humid outside, and it's also very stormy. Been raining and thundering and lightning, and it's supposed to have a storm going until about close to now. So okay, this works much better. So I would put together the lighter piece. So the bottom, this is the last section. So this here has all the weight. So I would put that together first, and then I set this down on my counter, and it just went together a lot easier than on the other 5 or however many I've done. Okay, so now we'll just do one more round of the Allen wrench. Come on. There we go. All right, so now it's all lined up quite nice. We got the shelf unit, whatever you call those, notches. Okay, so now we just take the smaller ones and then the bigger ones. So we got this one set up away from the door handle. The other thing is I don't know the width of all this yet, but let's see. Those are the big ones over there, so we'll start with a small one. We'll put her all the way up at the top. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. So there's this piece here that notches down, and then there's just a straight piece. So this piece will go into one of those notches, and then this one will just rest in the next notch below it. So should just go just like that. Oop, I'm trying to put them there. Just trying to get it together so then I can figure out the width. So these are proper. Okay. Now here's the other big test. Okay. I don't know that these are the first time I think the tops were not like fully seated, so they were just kind of sticking up a tiny bit. So, but first time you close them, they go together. So they are marking there. I don't know, there's a little. They were marking up the top there just a tiny bit, but that can be dealt with. Okay, but it does work. So I just feel like the one I had in the past had a better clearance there. So there, okay, that was not fully in, but now, yeah, now it's those bottom pieces that just go, they go straight in and they rest on the bottom of the next notch. So, so that was good. And the other thing I don't know is about the spacing of all these, like what the minimum spacing is, because eventually, well, I'll tell you what we can do to figure that out is we'll take one of the big ones and we'll put it down at the very bottom, because I also want to make sure that we're clear of this. If we have to, we could go over just a teensy bit. So the bottom one, well, it'll fit, actually fit underneath. Yeah, good. I thought this was going to be easy. Okay, so the bottom, yeah. So the bottom one, it could go over, because it'll clear the door. Yeah, well, if I go to do this, it's going to hit. Yeah, I don't want it. Okay. 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 This one down here, it's good. The other thing I worry about is this. We'll see how it all goes once it's all together, and put a little bit of weight in there. But I have some little pads, like for chairs and stuff. I'll probably put a little pad back here somewhere, because this is all in uh, recessed a little bit, but this part right here is it's gonna bang around on there, and I don't love that part. So here's the this is the other big one. So the size difference is, it's hard to see here. I'll try to use a background. So there's the big one, and there's the small one. So there's not a big difference. It's a it's a tiny bit of difference. You can see those. So it's hard to demonstrate, but so we can go, we'll just randomly select a spot, because I might want to put bigger items in here, like a big box of vacuum pack bags or something. So, and I didn't get it in there. Let's try this one here. This one here. There. Okay. They go in, and when those hook pieces, they have enough play that they really do lock. They kind of notch in there and then they lock in place. So I like that. You can't see this one, can you? So I like that spacing for these, and then these ones they can be closer together. So do, when we skip 1, 2, 3, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. Let's see, we did 1, 2, 3 between the top of this one and the bottom of this one. So 1, 2, 3, the bottom of this one will go in here. So go in this one. Then we'll try to have it's just hard to get they're just, yeah, it's just everything's kind of stiff. So now I like that spacing for those. So the big ones have some spacing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Plus there's a joint there, so they might add a little more space. Seems like more space. Well, this is a smaller rack. So then we've got two more that we'll put in here somewhere. So the one at the very top, Could come down a notch, but we could just put small things in there as well, which is probably not a bad idea. So then we'd have 1, 2, 3, and that would leave 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we actually got space there. So 2, 3, 4. So we can put one in here. I'll put one in here. Okay, one went in. Nice. Also, I think it looks nice. Like the dark, I just think I think it looks okay. So I wasn't sure about that. And then this one here, we got 1, 2, 3. So this would be a smaller space, like this or this, like that. For now, it's a good way to start. We could put, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. We got one spot there, so we could drop this one down. There. There. Yeah, actually, if you push these a little bit while you're doing it, they pop in there a lot better. But, okay, this one here, for some reason, it's just a little loose. But once you have a little tiny bit of weight in there, it'll be fine. So I think that's pretty good. There's good space here. There's really good space here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But that's a bigger basket. And there's the gap. There's probably a little more gap between the two units, the two brackets. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now they are evenly spaced. These are spaced the same. These are spaced, well, from here to here to here is the same. From here to here is all the same. And then the top can just be, I got stuff that I almost never use, straws, whatever. They're lightweight, and they're just kind of annoying. When they were banning straws, I bought another whole 100 straws, plus I have probably 50 more there. But these can go whatever. Just doesn't matter. And then let's just see what else we could put on here. Like I was saying, like all these little rice boxes. Actually, they would go in a small slot like that. We got the Ghirardelli triple chocolate 6-pack from Costco. That won't fit in there. Peanut butter. I probably won't have so much food on there as I'll have like Dixie cups. Probably more like here I've got like Ziploc bags. So just whatever stuff like that, which whatever will fit in there that'll kind of get out of the way here. Now, this is the other thing I forgot about. We're good. So we're good everywhere except for, okay, so the problem is this shelf here is hitting the shelf inside. So it's weird how this, the way it lines up is kind of goofy. All right, come on. Okay. Yeah. It goes in really easy. It's just trying to get it. Oh, this one didn't. Yeah, getting both sides to line up. They're like one's always trying to push out or something. So let's see how that works. Okay. So the only problem is these big shelves they're trying to hit Okay, that works. So the issue is the big shelf is hitting my shelves because these shelves are not very recessed. The overall depth of this pantry is not super deep. It's good. It's a good pantry, um, but it's only from the door closure to the wall is, well, it's under 16 inches. So you only have, but then this was hitting the canned food right there. So, and it was hitting this shelf as well. So, but that's fine. That gives me a big shelf, tall space here for, trying to think what I have here that would go on there. But anyway, lighter weight stuff like garbage bags. These will fit. Um, kitchen garbage bags. Those fit. So and those are light. These are lightweight. I can reel off a garbage bag. Garbage is right over there. So that something like that is fine. Now let's just see. Okay, so I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. It's a little wonky. The instructions are wonderful, but they're not horrible. They're just kind of so. But anyway, yeah. So that all connects like pretty nice on there. And then you've got so here's like rice. I can see putting all my rice on even like on a shelf like that. It's pretty lightweight and that's stuff that always seems to fall over. I don't know. It's just having it in a more tight space. I could also get some organizers for here to kind of keep some things like that. What else did I have in here that was um, something? I have a bunch of those like taco seasoning and au jus and those little envelopes of things that you can make, and those don't go well on here. I don't even know where they are, but they are in here somewhere. But anyway, little things like I've got I have a whole bunch of like camping matches and toothpicks and just some stuff that I'd put in a baggie. So they're they're things that I rarely need, but every once in a while I just I keep them, and there they are. Straws, like these straws that I almost never use. Those are good for these other straws might fit, and they won't fit in there quite like that. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it does work. So that big box of straws is kind of sticking up over the top, but it actually fits. So yeah, this is I am happy with it. It does what I want it to do, and it comes down a lot further than I thought it would. I thought it was going to stop, up here somewhere. This is kind of what the pictures look like. So um, this is good. It'll work. Here's some more, yeah, some rice, the baby rice. I don't use. I don't think I've ever opened this. Bought it anyway. That would fit in there. So there's a lot of stuff like that. I want to keep it, but grits. I won't keep that on there. I'm not going to keep. I don't want to keep anything that can really spill. The rice is all basically sealed, so it's all good. But I wouldn't put like canned food and stuff like that. I wouldn't put any of that on there. But so anyway, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. Okay. Yeah, I thought the setup was really pretty easy once I figured it out. It's like every setup, putting together something I've never seen before. It just takes time, and that's part of the reason I want to do a video like this live. I thought this would take me less than 10 minutes. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Granted, I was babbling a little bit, but this is real life how it works. And so, um, so, but the other thing is the construction of it. This is more kind of almost like that rubberized. It's not really rubberized, but it's the coating of this paint or whatever's on this wire rack is feels a little gentler. This is like more metallic. It's painted, but but these like these wires on the shelves, they're not like they're almost like coat hanger quality, maybe a little stronger than that. And then these pieces are much more rigid. So the racks they feel good and that keeps them lightweight too. But they're they they work. I mean, this is going to do the job for sure. So that part I'm happy about. And like I said, I'm not gonna put real heavy items on here, just kind of stuff like this stuff, especially the like I got tons of these Ziploc bags and uh, and then also I've got a bunch of little boxes of the different sized bags for the vacuum machine for the vacuum pack. So um, what do we call that thing? That's uh, so that's all good. So I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. Um, Amazon USTECH overdoor organizer for a pantry, or you could put it in a bathroom or a closet or something. I'm looking for something similar for my laundry room. Um, this probably isn't. I want something shorter because I don't want it to come down below the door handle because this space starts getting tight. But the so it's a US Tech Overdoor Organizer. It's a 6 tier door organizer is what they call it. And it's two-sided baskets for pantry and home, two-sized baskets for pantry and home storage. Quality metal baskets hold cans, bottles, and jars. I wouldn't put jars on there. Adjustable baskets accommodate multiple size products. So that is the probably the number two selling point. The price was good. When I ordered it, it was 1979. It's back to 29.99 or something, but it's still a better price than Walmart has one that's their one that they have is like it's see if I can find it real quick. The Walmart one I thought was kind of expensive. So let's see. And then but it was white. So, hmm, shoot. The one at Walmart, see if I can find it. I hate standing here live on. Oh, okay, I remember the day. The day I saw that was. Let's see, that's IKEA. IKEA has one. Yeah, IKEA has some different ones as well. They were more expensive than I would have thought for IKEA. So let's see. Trying to remember like yeah, here's the Walmart one. Oh, 48.66. So it's another $20. And but it does look adjustable though. So it's here's let's see that there's the Walmart one. One thing about the Walmart one is it looks like it has kind of a clear plastic piece that goes over here, and then it's got a real skinny wire that comes down to the there. So it comes over the door, and then there's looks like a skinny wire that comes down to the first rack. And then the other thing I don't know about the racks is I don't know. It says double steel construction with coated wires. So it's got one, two, three, four, five, six. It looks like they have a real big one in the middle, a bigger one, not as big as that one, up higher, and then a couple smaller ones and a couple simpler ones that just have a just like this piece just comes around. There's no more wire, so it's a little different. Could be good or bad. It's 58.7 inches high, so but it's also 48.66. It's a Walmart mainstays product, so um, anyway, I considered it, and then I looked on Amazon, and all the others that Amazon had were they were more expensive. They were more than $29, and this one claimed on Amazon. It claimed that this was the only adjustable one. I don't know if that's true because that one looks adjustable from Walmart, but that is a factor because I was worried about hitting these shelves or the items on the shelves, which as we saw this that was an issue. But it creates an opportunity too to have a bigger space here, and then you can I could adjust all these up one more and have less. I just have space for you know granola or something. Could a lot of things like that will tuck into a space. Here's a big granola, but again, this will fit. That will fit in that space, and it's not hard to get it in and out. So um, probably won't put like I don't necessarily eat granola every day, but a few days a week. So um, I probably won't put everyday type things in here, but just more things that I need, like again, like the bags and the Ziplocs. But anyway, so I'll give it 2 thumbs up. It's the one more time the USTECH 6-tier overdoor organizer, 2 size baskets. There's 2 big ones down here and 4 smaller ones. I don't know if it matters where you put them. And then quality metal baskets. I think they're pretty good quality. Adjustable baskets accommodate multiple size products. And that between the price and the um, the adjustability of these was, if that's a word, adjustability was those were the selling points for me. So, alrighty, thanks for tuning in this episode part 2. We will see you on the next one. I've got many more. I don't know if I'll do them live. I've got several other projects I'm working on here that new unboxing items that I want to show off. So catch you on the next one here, right here on part 2. Smash the like button. Click subscribe if you want. Have a good day. Bye.